Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Trestle Pendant. This is going to be the 132205. This is going to be the one with the glass facing down, and let's get into details on that. So when we talk about the size of the fixture body, we're really talking about the bottom part independent of these telescoping rods. So that's going to be 17.4 inches tall. That's going to be from the bottom to where these rods start. 49.2 inches long, and that's a pretty good length, and then 10.5 inches wide is really the diameter of those pieces of glass, and that's going to be the widest point and the width. When we add Hubbardton Forge's telescoping rods, then we're going to have three different adjustable ranges. Now we're going to be talking about what's called overall height, and that's from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. So we have the short is going to be 29.7. Remember, this is a telescoping rod, so you're going to have a range 29.7 to 38.4. Standard is going to be 36.9 to 52.6. Long is going to be 49.5 to 78. And if you need longer than the long or shorter than my short, we do customs all the time. So the best way to go about that is to email me and say, hey, I like the 132205, but my ceilings are kind of short. I need this to be X, and you could come in and say, I need this to be 25 inches overall height, or 22, or something like that, or longer than the long. So I take your email, shoot it over to Customs at Hubbardton Forge, it goes through a few people and an engineer, comes back to me, and adds a little time, adds a little money, non-returnable, but they'll tell us what we can attain and how long it's going to take. Okay? So more information about this, and I want to show you how we can do that, is to look at the install sheets, and this is going to be really important, and it's really great that they're available right now. And how we're going to see them, if you're on the page for this on our website, Handmade in Vermont, look over on the right hand side of the screen, midway down you're going to see some links, and one of those is going to be a installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. You are going to see a ton of good info there. You're going to see how the glass goes on. You're going to notice there's a full parts list, and on that full parts list you're going to notice there's going to be a frosted glass diffuser that goes on the top, a frosted glass diffuser that goes on the bottom, so you're not going to be able to look up into this. And then if you're looking down on this from a stairway or a balcony, you're not going to be able to look into it because it's got a frosted diffuser on the top. That's a piece of clear glass that's been sandblasted, so there's no color to it. It's just a frosted glass. Then you're also going to notice this whole telescoping rod system, and Hubbardton Forge has a patent on this in the lighting industry. So you have a smaller rod telescoping into a bigger rod where they come together is called a clutch, and there's a little set screw and a friction sleeve in here. You'll see those on the diagrams. There's going to be two of these going up to this, and this is going to be your canopy that's going up on the ceiling. This is a 5.25 inch square. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. Very easy, just like that. You're going to see on the directions how they go on. So you'll notice there's two holes here. There are two of these rods coming down, and anytime you have two rods, it's going to dictate how this is going to hang on a sloped ceiling. If you guys are working with a sloped ceiling, really important for you to call me so I can walk you through all of that. It's a big deal. So you're also going to notice this is going to be, Hubbardton Forge says this is a halogen fixture, but in reality it was designed long before there were awesome LEDs available. It is going to ship with 4 of these 60-watt halogens. You know, might as well use them. They dim beautifully. They throw a lot of light. You don't want to touch halogens with your bare hands. The oils in your hands will diminish the life of that bulb. However, you can use whatever LEDs will physically fit in this thing. There's no limit when you get into LEDs because they don't use a lot of electricity. They don't generate much heat, and those are the two things. I mean, it's really the heat that is the limitation on a light bulb and a fixture. So these are phosphorus LEDs, which I probably got on Amazon, and these are the kind of with the orange ones. So if you just kind of Google or you go on Amazon or any website and you put in G9 LEDs, you'll start seeing pictures of all these guys. These are called cob LEDs, like a corn cob, C-O-B-B. And you'll notice there are all these little faceted cobs things, and there's some on the bottom here. This one is clear. This one has a little bit of a frosting to it. The big guy here is 75 watt equivalent. This smaller one is 60 watt equivalent. These two, I believe, are probably 60 watt equivalents. Some of these dim, some don't dim. It's really important to get dimmable ones. You know, make sure it'll tell you right there on the page. The other thing is you can choose your color temperature. So if you are like me, and you like the warmth of an incandescent glow, that's the light that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above me. That's going to be 3000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. If you like the whiter outdoor light, it's called daylight, it's also like hospital light and doctor's office light, that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. So it's really important that you guys buy the LEDs that you like and make sure they're dimmable. This is not a dimmable version. I could probably go back online and find a dimmable version, but these are not. So the deal with this is you want to buy a dimmable version and you want to put it on a dimmer set up for LEDs, okay? So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@handmadeinvermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.